There you go.
To do that.
And hence where I say the ones that are not doing that and that are encouraging that, I give them the acronyms of PWKs because they're people with kids, biological mother, biological father, but what you're doing is not parenting.
No.
What you're doing is not parenting. So we need more people to be able to parent and something, because a lot of the issues, in my opinion, come from those who are not parenting their children, because those are the ones that'll still be like, hey, Dame, you know, I saw your daughter, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be like, you know what, thank you, brother, or you know what, thank you, sister, I appreciate that. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you try to say, hey, get out the street, man, you don't say nothing to my baby, but like, I'm trying to save your daughter or your son's life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You don't raise healthy children to be functional adults by yourself.
That's right.
It doesn't happen in a vacuum. You can be as strong a parent as you want, but unless you got a village that's behind you, and Ayanna had, this is where it all started from, Ayanna had the strongest of villages.
Yep.
You know, and her and her sisters all have the strongest of villages on both sides of their family.
There you go.
And all they see is greatness on both sides of their family. And if that's all you see, and that's all you're allowed to see, then what are you going to be?
Right. We got to get ready to take care of our first set of bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey.
And we'll be black.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact Engagement at Peak, and Tyreka Barnes, a parent of students at Peak. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Again, that is the Community Spotlight this Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in for Dr. Ken's trivia spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know, and Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 1017 The Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history. Because Black history isn't just history, it's happening every day. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union. Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM, The Truth. Try to get Dave right.
Well, he just got you.
I know, I was out. Yeah.
Got you right. Shout out to Andrew.
Yeah.
For us today.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yep. What am I like, Beyonce? To the left.
To the left.
Okay. Shout out to our YouTube page. I told you we was working through some kinks, but we got it. And we do have a caller. Okay, so we're going to go to the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Mr. Wright. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth this morning?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
I'm blessed.
Good morning, brother.
Same. Blessed. Blessings, man. I'm on my way taking the baby to school, man. I just wanted to, give my opinion on the topic today. I like the topic that's at hand. And me becoming a father and growing up and maturing and learning, man, I learned one thing is, people always say, don't do as I do, do as I say. That's one of the big sayings. Mm-hmm. And my thing or my thought is what you put in is what you get out. Mm. You know what I mean? So when you talk about this music that our kids are listening to, kids are always listening. Even when you think they're not listening, they listening.
That's right.
So it's very important about the music that you play. So I still like rap music, but I'm an old school kind of guy. So when I want some rap now and then, I go to Christian rap, man. You got some good Christian rap, man. Got some good meaning in it, some good purpose. And it got some nice beats, you know what I mean? You can
it has evolved. It has definitely evolved. It has evolved, bro.
Yeah, and so we got to evolve as people. That's what we do, man. We not apes, we people, and so we got to evolve with the trend, man. And so that's what I do.
Hey, man.
That's good.
Thank you, brother.
Christian rap definitely has evolved. It used to be trash.
Yes, it did.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
It used to be trash, but Lecrae made it come.
Man.
And he's a real spitter.
Cortez, man. It's
some real spitters now.
Yeah, man.
And as an MC, I respect that. It's real spitters.
Right, right. One of the people that also was part of that changing how it was presented, Pastor Redante Ashford at Infinite Church. Yeah. He released an EP called Pastor of the Trap House. And it was all, man, I'm telling you, man, I played the heck out of that.
Listen, and people don't understand.
I can't say I played the hell out of it because I played the heck out of it.
The Fugees used to be, when they first came out, they were straight Christian rap.
Right.
The first time. And then they still were, but they opened it up a little bit.
Yep.
If you listen to the Fugees, they have a lot of Christian rap within them, but they just opened it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's still the basis of it. If you were able to talk to Wyclef or hear an interview from Lauryn Hill, that's how they still operated, was under the Christian rap headline. So it kind of, I say around then, when they started doing it, is when it kind of altered and it became more cool to talk about God and to be, then DMX came and he was just doing full-on prayers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and so
absolutely.
Even within his music, as gangster as it was, there was a religious undertone to everything he did.
Absolutely.
And so I just say that to say it has definitely evolved. And shout out to you, brother, for evolving with it.
Yeah. And like I say, we can't talk about all the things that are wrong. And Dame, did you get to watch the Super Bowl or you just?
No, I ain't watching none of that.
Okay, I did. I watched the whole Super Bowl. I watched the halftime with Bad Bunny. It was an excellent halftime show, not the total top tier when I say that, but I couldn't understand nothing he was saying because he done the whole show in Spanish. But you could, right? And that was the whole thing.
You can see once you see the vibe.
Man, I started to give me some Moroccos or something. Man, I was like,
some music is just the vibe, and the words is extra. And with Bad Bunny or anything like that, I don't know what he's saying, but it kept me going. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew, hey, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Of course, Homer.
Did you see the halftime?
Of course.
How do you feel about the halftime show?
I loved it, and I'll tell you why. I don't speak a lick of Spanish, but all the visuals, it's just like you said, it's just a vibe. You're just hanging out.
It was a message. It was a message. That whole halftime was an ode to all of our Caribbean islands and our Caribbean people, bro.
Excellent.
And Latinos. Yeah.
When Andy said visuals, I immediately thought Latina women. Those visuals. Are those the visuals you were talking about?
A little bit of everything.
I didn't see it, but I'm just assuming. I know how Bad Bunny gets down. I'm just assuming there was a lot of derriere shaking and things.
Jessica Alba was there?
See, there you go. Yeah. I heard Cardi B came out with him. Did Cardi B come out?
She was on stage, but
she didn't. She
was just in the building.
Right,
he was like, "Come on stage."
Right, absolutely.
So, okay.
I love the fact that again, it's like if we're doing a halftime show and we're representing like all of the speaking of Black History Month, everything that is us. So if it would have been a segment where it had somebody, doing a Martin Luther King image, somebody doing a Malcolm X, and you get what I'm saying? All that. You saw the sugar canes, you saw the actual little carts that if you've been to Puerto Rico or some of the islands and you understand playing dominoes and all kind of stuff. It was everything to represent playing congos and all of that, man, and the children playing, and it was just so dope. And they done a real live wedding. That wedding was real. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. But I mean, everything, man, was an ode to him, his people, and letting people know like we are Americans too. And it came across for me. And as it currently stands, it has now toppled. Kendrick Lamar was sitting at the top with the amount of viewers as it related to the Super Bowl. And he had 133.5 million viewers. What the early numbers are now are saying 142 point something million viewers.
Good. I had my TV on.
And you are one of those 142.
I was making sure I streamed it. And this is why. Because I wanted to make sure that Kid Rock fiasco, whatever they were trying to do.
Yeah, they said they had like 5 million, 6 million.
Didn't come close.
Not at all.
Was being presented. I wanted to show that and maybe these numbers can show that America has grown past this MAGA stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just in this entertainment space.
Yeah.
That it's grown past that.
And I think like now where they're showing, now the views, originally it was like the 5 million views or whatever. But it's now like at 18. But you got to think that the reason that it's up to like 18 million views now is because everybody wanted to see what it did.
Yeah.
So even when you go to peak, it counts.
Let's go back and see what they were doing.
Yeah, it counted as a view for them.
I saw somewhere where Trump and them was watching the Super Bowl and didn't even switch the channel to the Turning Point. They watched Bad Bunny too.
Yeah, well, he talked his crap. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. What was your thoughts on the Super Bowl? Did you like it, not like it? We can put that up as a poll, and we'll take your calls at 833-212-1017. What was your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime performance in particular? Yay or nay? We'll be black.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play. He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Sometimes justice looks different to me. Do you want them in jail for murdering Corey Stingley? Yes, you do. Do you want them to go to trial for what they did and go through that process? Hey, But at the end of the day, the men that took Corey Stingley's life something happened to where they have to accept the fact that they did that and that they have to be labeled a murderer for a certain length of time and when it was nothing, I think that was a huge thing to happen when you had to climb mountains to get to this point. 13 years?
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. It is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. I am the legendary Homer Blow. You can find me at Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey. You can find me at Dame_Ellzey.
Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. I'd be so remiss to not talk about Coco Jones, man. Coco Jones did her thing, and I know I want to show some Bad Bunny, but if Andrew, I know you're holding it down right now. If you got that Coco Jones clip, can we play that Coco Jones clip?
Grammy award-winning artist and acclaimed actress, Coco Jones.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as the skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory. Let us march on
Red, black, and green,
till victory.
sister strings. Come on, Milwaukee and Coco Jones.
Yeah, that was great.
Sister Strings from Milwaukee.
That was excellent.
Woo!
Coco could get my pension. I love me some Coco. Hey, Coco.
Besides you and the Coco and Andrew checking out the dances.
Hey, Coco.
But no, that was so powerful,
Yeah,
man.
that was great.
And
a shout out to Whitney Houston, and she's doing the
homage, yeah.
And, you know, I never noticed Whitney Houston had to wear black and green.
Oh,
on
yeah.
her sweatsuit.
On her jumpsuit, yeah.
I've seen that so many times. I never paid attention to that. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
I love Whitney Houston.
Yep, and I love that Coco Jones had all of the people, all of the ladies that were playing violins and cello, sister strings. They all had on the outfit that it was representing patches.
And explain to people
red,
who
black,
Sister
and green.
Strings is if they don't know. They may have been under a rock.
Yeah.
They may,
I think they ended up getting a Grammy too, though.
Yeah, they
got a
did.
Grammy. Yeah, Milwaukee's own. These two sisters, man. I've been blessed to be at events that they were the entertainment. Portion of the entertainment. Some that I may have been DJing at, or some I may have been receiving an award or something. But these sisters, man. Talk about an inspiration. I've seen them performing at the Marcus Performing Arts Center. They've been doing their thing and inspiring, again, a lot of young ladies and other people that are just musicians in general. You can do this. You know what I mean? You can do this. You can make it this your career. You love it. You can be passionate about it. And they doing their thing, Grammy Award winning, Super Bowl performing,
Yeah, that's dope.
Milwaukee's own Sister Strings.
So there was a Milwaukee connection for real.
Yes.
When we did the Big Serve, I think it was like 2018, 2019, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We did a small sneaker ball after it, and they played at that little sneaker ball, and it was only like 30, 40 people
Right.
at this thing. So to see them come from there to now they playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, bro.
They're playing in front of millions of people in the TV land, and
right,
streaming it, and hundreds of thousands of people 100,000 people sitting in the stadium, and that's great. Dreams come true.
Absolutely.
And that's something you got to tell your kids. It's something you got to tell those that you work with. You got to use this story. Like, them two young ladies are from where you from. Mm-hmm. And that's the importance of representation in these situations.
Yep, absolutely.
And even in politics, whatever it is, because I remember when Marv was running for mayor, the crime went down just because he was
right. Absolutely.
People were like,
absolutely.
That representation is there. Yeah, that's powerful.
Absolutely.
That is some tremendous uplifting stuff right there.
It was very uplifting. Now we got a little clip of some Bad Bunny. We're going to try to play that, and then we're going to go and tell you what our poll is showing. And you still have a chance to call in 833-212-1017, Truth Talk text line, and let us know your thoughts. So we're going to check out a clip of this that Dame didn't get to see.
Muchas novias, hoy tengo una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias.
Sugar cane, you get what I'm saying?
I see
Muchas
it.
novias,
I see the
tengo
representation.
una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP.
See the little stands and vendors.
Saludando a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. 6 chis, que sonrían las que ya le
Domino
metían.
table.
Un VIP. Ey, saludan a
culture
Titi,
and
vamos a tirar un selfie. 6 chis, que sonrían las que se olvidaron ya de mí. Me gustan mucho las Gabriela, la Patricia, la Nicole,
And now
la
Andrew
Sofía,
watching
mi
this, but
primera novia,
building.
Gita,
So this
María,
is how
mi
it
primera
starts.
mujer,
Yes.
se llama
This
Batalía.
is how
Tengo
y'all
una
come out. Yep.
colombiana que me escribe todos los días y una mexicana que ni yo sabía, otra santanqueña que me quiere todavía.
just showing
Y las de
it.
PR que toditas
Man.
son mías, una dominicana que juega
Boxers.
bombón, ey, uva bombón, la de Barcelona que viene en
Who those
avión.
boxers are. They might be real boxers. I don't know.
Now see this ring?
Quisiera mudarme con todas por una mansión.
That's
El
gonna
día que
really
me
go
case
to a
te pido
couple
la
that's gonna get
invitación,
married.
muchacho, deja eso.
So that's them proposing, and then they're going to literally get married. Yeah, I know this is where Andy started. Okay. See.
Las mujeres en el mundo
The
entero.
Super Bowl was clown. It started with Coco, and then it
Perreando sin miedo.
goes to this.
Yo perreo.
Okay.
Ey, mueve.
cut it off yet, Andy.
You go ahead and let it play. You go ahead. You go ahead and let it play.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
All right, listen, on Truth YouTube, while you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And, of course, Aaron Kawanda, you were always on time. Love you, appreciate you. Great morning. So, what were the thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Yay or nay? What are we getting or looking at so far?
67% say yay, Homer.
Okay. All right. Well, what did you think of just the small clip that you saw before we go to break?
I enjoyed the entertainment part of it. I watched a little bit of the game, was trash, but the entertainment part of it looks like it was exceptional. Yeah. Coco snapped, and it looked like Bad Bunny. Like I said, you don't have to understand those words.
That's right.
If it's good, they don't understand half the stuff we say when we
music
rapping.
Is a vibe.
But they just be vibing.
It's a vibe. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning. Oh, okay. I saw you do something over there. I'm just trying to make sure. Oh, okay.
Andy has a
okay, have a comment. Okay, let's go. I'm like, okay, new time.
What Andy got?
So we had Blake call in, and he said that his takeaway from Bad Bunny was that everybody's welcome to America. This is like a mixing pot, and this is like the big thing. So I wanted to share that.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me when I went to Columbia real quick. I went to Columbia and I did some impromptu rapping. We were walking in. They just love hip hop down there. So we're walking in this area where they're doing break dancing and stuff like that. And somebody was rapping in Spanish, and I just grabbed the mic and started rapping in English. They didn't understand the word I was saying, but they knew I was good, and they felt the vibe. And we did it for like 10 minutes, and it was just, we had a whole show. I say that to say, when it's good music and when it's that cultural stuff like that, it transcends all of that. And hopefully that's what happened as Bad Bunny was on this stage, that some of these, white people and other people that have these music can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can open those
transcends.
doors.
It transcends
I'm
above
a hopeful
everything.
guy because I'm a musician and I love music and I understand how deep this is, and I understand that music is not going to do that, obviously, but hopefully it can.
Right, absolutely. So, it was powerful, and again, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. And the vibe, man, like I say. And if you've ever traveled even anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get that vibe. Like, I see people when I'm traveling, if I'm going out of the country, if I'm going on a cruise or something, and we stop by different islands or even on the ship itself. You get into the culture and be like, okay, I'm straight up African, but I feel this because we are the drum.
Yeah, it's in your DNA.
It is.
It's in our DNA.
It's literally
that drum, and then that drum and then congas get to playing. It stirs something in you, like in the movie Sinners, where they were showing, what was happening via the music and how music can transcend different things. This is absolutely true. And when you hear that music, it's a vibe. It's just you vibing with it. You don't care where. You don't even got to know what country it's originating from.
That's right.
But they got them drums going, and it's calling to your soul. The drums come calling. You got to answer.
Absolutely. And again, shout out to Kothi. You feel what I'm saying?
Back in the day, right.
Man, Fem, I'm telling you, Kothi was...
Yeah,
the business,
used to be the business, and they used to go do the schools and stuff like that. I remember seeing them when I was little, and then seeing them again as an adult, and fully appreciating it more then.
Yep. When we come back, we're going to end up talking about, I don't know if y'all seen the Burger King franchise group accused of hundreds of child labor violations at Wisconsin restaurants. We're going to get that clip together, and we're going to end up talking about it when we come back. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We'll be back.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of two of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juno Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Community Spotlight, Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact and Engagement, and Tarika Barnes, a parent of the Kellogg Peak Initiative. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. I may have butchered that one. Again, that is the Business Spotlight Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Never heard of Boscobel.
Yeah, you know, that's where they had the Supermax prison. Boscobel, Boscobel, Wisconsin.
That's, it's good. I don't know where it is.
Yep.
But that means I'm not involved in that life. Shout out to the Kellogg people, though, because I know they do the camp over there on 27th, and I know that's part of it, so shout out to them.
Absolutely.
They do good work.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's a big story going around about the Burger King franchise group here in Wisconsin. It says the Burger King franchise group was accused of hundreds of child labor violations at the Wisconsin restaurants. We do have a WISN. Is it WISN clip? Fox 6. All right. We got a Fox 6 clip. We're going to play that so you can end up catching up. And we definitely want to hear your truth on this situation as me and Dane will talk about it. Andrew, you could play that clip.
Things like this one broke state child labor laws. This Burger King on the northwest side of Milwaukee was not alone. In total, statewide, the state says there were 1,600 violations. Wisconsin says one company broke child labor laws with 600 kids.
It was still shocking even to our investigators.
The target, Cave Enterprises. It owns dozens of Burger Kings around Milwaukee and about 100 across the state.
This is the largest case that we have seen of youth working violations in modern history. We have quite honestly not seen anything to the depth and breadth of what this audit uncovered.
The Department of Workforce Development says that audit started after 33 complaints. It reviewed records from 2023 through January 2025. For all of Cave's 100-plus BK locations in Wisconsin. The department says the Burger King on South 27th Street had 16 minors working without a permit and 32 violations for missing meals or breaks. The Milwaukee BK on Lisbon is now closed. The state says it had 11 kids here working without a permit.
Youth work protections exist for a reason. We want our kids in Wisconsin to first and foremost be kids, right? Kids go to school, they have obligations in terms of homework and after school extracurricular activities.
In total, the state says it found 84%, that's 593 of its employees aged 14 and 15, began work without a child labor permit and 45%, or 627 miners, worked at least one shift of 6 or more hours without the required documented break. It also says the company failed to pay 67 miners for overtime. The state tells Cave it has 20 days to pay back pay, penalty wages, and penalties. That's $237,000 for the child workers and a penalty to the state of $828,000. And if Cave doesn't pay that...
Now,
I want to know what happens if they don't pay, but that's cool. That's a lot of money.
Yes.
And some of them kids is about to get a couple of thousand on them checks, but what are they doing?
I'm not sure. Now, what will be interesting to find out is, and I know social media is saying what they're saying, but I know our very own Valerie Daniels Carter, who has V&J holding companies, had purchased a lot of Burger Kings.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they are under that Cave Burger King.
No, I think this is somebody different because I think he bought them in 2020. I looked up on the website.
Well, it said her 2022 Wisconsin 275 profile was that she did still have some. So I'm just trying to figure out
where. She may have some, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying hers is V&J Holdings.
Yeah, so it's not V&J Holdings. It's Cave Enterprises, which is a Burger King franchise group that operates Burger King restaurants across 8 states. Cave was founded by Adam Velarde in 1999 with one restaurant in Lamont, Illinois. So I don't think it's the same. Yeah, I would hope it's not. I don't think it's the same one.
Right, and that's where I was going with, and making sure that I said that her company is V&J Holding, right, and they're saying Cave. So again, social media gonna say,
"Oh, it's because we always think it's a black woman that owns all of this stuff, and their company owns all of this, and I think they more focused on the Pizza Huts and all of that stuff. But I know they had sold off a bunch of stuff as well, and so they may have sold off a bunch of their Burger King franchises in Milwaukee and Wisconsin to focus on different things. And it sounds like that's what happened. But regardless of all of that,
what the company Cave did is dead ass wrong.
Dead wrong. You shouldn't do that to adults.
Right.
You should not because it's illegal, obviously, for someone to have to work and not get paid. The bottom line is people are working and not getting paid for the work they're doing. You're asking them to maybe come in early. You're asking them to work through their breaks. You're asking them to stay after, but you're not paying them for that. That's wage theft. You're getting free labor, but you're not paying for that labor. And in this case, you're doing it to kids. That's just egregious right there, because kids, it's their first job.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
So you gotta follow. If I'm an adult and I choose to work through my break occasionally,
correct,
or I choose, you can't make me do that. But if I choose to do it, and you can't punish me if I don't do that.
That's right.
If I say no, I'm taking my break, you can't go find some other reason to get rid of me, and then I sue, right? In this instance, they complained to, I wonder who complained. Was it parents? Was it the kids? Or was it the managers complaining because the managers were probably having to force? And this company, I guess, was making money. When a lot of other Burger Kings are not making money, this company was making money, because I know one that just closed down on Layton, on East Layton, closed down, right? So this company is making money, and they making money off the back of kids.
Yes, they are.
If they're doing this to kids, they no telling what they're doing to the adults that work there, right? So I think there may be something else coming. This is just focusing on the kids. There may be something else coming with the adults, because they look into that, right?
Absolutely. So you open up a can of worms.
That may be something that comes later on. Because I worked for this place called Robert's Roofing when I was coming up. And I was fresh out of college, and I was doing this roofing. I was working. I got cool with this other white guy, and the white guy was like, "Keep your check stubs." And I'm like, "Why you want me to keep my check stubs? What's going on?" I stopped working there, went back to school, and was doing stuff. And then I got a call from the feds.
Whoa!
And they was like, "This happened to this company. They were not paying prevailing wages, X, Y, and Z." So they records is all messed up, but we did see that you had worked on some of these jobs. So if you got your check stubs, we can give you more money. But these are the only ones that we found. So I got a check for a nice little sum. But my man told me to keep my check stubs.
Right.
And so I'm saying these kids,
right.
hopefully they got their check stubs because their stuff might not be in order with this Burger King, and it could be worse than what they're letting on.
Yeah, I believe that it is much worse because, usually they'll let out, some things. But, yeah, I think it's going to go even deeper.
It's going to.
You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, hopefully responsible parents of some of these teens that were working, even if they didn't want to, you kept those check stubs to be like, hold on, let me see this. I ain't talking about I need your money, but give me that check stub. These are important. And that's part of, learning and instilling into our children, to understand how important it is to keep up with those things.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to... And
never know.
And this corporation willingly doing this and to the point where they're getting charged for it, it had become a company almost policy, making these kids do what the adults were doing, right? So I assume there's probably a lawsuit coming from the adult side as well.
Right. It should be.
But you going to do this to kids?
Right, man.
You going to make them, they working without even having their work permits?
That's right. Right. Just all across the board wrong.
It's just wrong on so many levels. And to kids, having kids that have all worked jobs as teenagers, as a parent, that would drive me crazy. That would upset me to no end. You know?
Absolutely. True Nation, we'd like to hear from you. Let's wrap up that poll. What was the final on that poll about the Super Bowl responses, Andrew?
68% said yay, Homer.
Okay. And that's OG, Andrew. I forgot. I apologize, OG Andrew. I just was calling you Andrew. Shame on me. Bailey has named him OG Andrew, and I'm going to put some respect on the OG Andrew part.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
I respect that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's deserved and it's earned. You got to earn those things. You got to earn those. They don't just come. But speaking of earning something, y'all better be listening up because you could qualify in a moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
One call, that's all.
Okay, Troop Nation, now is your chance to be our one call, that's all, Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 10. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. Good luck! Troop in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM will be black.
Lloyd Barbie wasn't just a civil rights leader in Milwaukee. He was the man who forced the city to change its laws. In the 1960s, when segregation shaped housing, schools, and political power, Barbie didn't stop at protest. He went to court, and he won. His landmark lawsuit against Milwaukee public schools proved that segregation wasn't accidental, but deliberate, making Milwaukee one of the first northern cities legally challenged over school segregation. That victory exposed how inequality thrived not just through prejudice, but through policy and planning. Later, as an alderman, Barbie helped pass Wisconsin's first fair housing ordinance, opening doors that had been legally closed for generations, and setting a model other cities would later follow. Barbie believed civil rights weren't symbolic, they were enforceable. Lloyd Barbie showed that real justice comes from persistence, strategy, and the courage to make institutions answer.
This Black History Moment is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much left because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Coming from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue, I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
Dame Ellzey, in the building.
All right, and of course, OG Andrew is holding it down right now.
I was just reading something about the Bad Bunny stuff, and it really did have a lot of different symbolism in it. That if you weren't Latino,
they call them eggs. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like when they hide
Easter
different
eggs.
things. Yeah.
And so if you're not Latino, you wouldn't have gotten some of this stuff. And he was really, it was kind of like,
I told you, bro.
It was really like, I'm looking at it right now. It was really like what Kendrick did.
Yes,
But
sir.
If you're not black, you wouldn't have gotten it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't for. So even though it wasn't for us, we felt the vibe.
The symbolism,
for
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Latino people, and it's a lot of, because it's like
the Easter eggs was in there.
The older lady that was sitting in the club, that's a real lady that had a famous club.
Right.
So if you don't know that,
yes, sir.
You don't know that,
yes,
right?
sir.
Him climbing up the poles,
yep,
is because of the outages.
Yeah, the generators that be blowing up.
There.
If you've been to Jamaica and stuff like that, then you kind of know them transformers will be like, it'd be like, oh, everything out.
Yeah.
And it's 99 degrees at night.
It's a lot of stuff that was in there that was just...
Yeah, Easter eggs, bro.
The Easter eggs were leveled in there, were brilliantly placed.
Yes.
It sounds like. And that's what I like. So now I'm going to have to go back.
Please do,
When
bro.
I go back and watch it after I've read this and see
and you go
the
get
stuff
it. You gonna get it.
That was there.
You gonna get it.
I love it like that. That's why I loved Kendrick's, because it was layered.
Absolutely.
And so I'm happy that he's doing well and the streams are doing well for him.
Yeah, even having Samuel L. Jackson in there with the role that he had him play.
Yeah.
And you get what I'm saying?
Him
All
playing
of it.
Uncle Sam. And if
crazy. People didn't look at that, it was a video game. You get what I'm saying?
Right. They didn't see
it was
that.
Controllers. And
It was controllers. It was Squid Games. It was all this other stuff layered up in there. And
Mm-hmm.
He had Cardi B, Jessica Alba,
Yeah.
Karol G,
Yeah.
Nico, Pedro Pascal. So all of these people, these Latino people, were there. And if you don't know,
right.
How many people knew that Jessica Alba was Latino or something? You know?
Right.
I know she's like mixed. She's like Latino and black or something. But she ain't white.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And if you didn't know that, you didn't know that. So
That's right.
It's crazy.
That's right. Yeah. That's why I say he done an excellent job. That's why when I explained it, I'm like,
I just read that post. And shout out to whoever made that post. And I saw it. That's dope.
But you know, they had to do that for some people that wasn't us as well. with the Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And people broke down everything that was in there, be like what you missed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The relevance
of. Remember us doing that on the air, breaking it down for people.
That's
like,
right.
This what this means.
This was the relevance of this.
This is how. Why weren't there any this and that? What? Well, because he wasn't talking to white people.
That
why weren't the white people on the stage? They couldn't be a part of this storyline. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And the same thing with Bad Bunny. Well, look at what they didn't have no white people. It wasn't for y'all. Y'all get everything. Give us this,
right,
and let them do their thing.
Right, right. No. I mean, no. I'm glad that you were able to, go and kind of get what I saw in it, because I looked at it from a whole nother perspective. I'm like, wow, powerful. You get what I'm saying? Because I know, and especially if you had a chance to go, and then you go on those tours where they tell you why this is so important to Puerto Ricans and why this is so important, So yeah, I've had I was blessed to be able to get that type of information and know what is historical and what means a lot to their country and their people. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was dope. It was dope. Now you know that they have this. We talked about the reckless driving policy that they enacted and started in like November. Well, from today's CMJ4, it said new first offense law leads to 47 reckless drivers towed in Milwaukee. The advocate representative reacts. Telling this one driver, you're doing well over freeway speeds on a city street. That is insane, an officer told one driver. For the first time, Milwaukee police are towing vehicles from first offense reckless drivers under a new state law that closed loopholes. And it was in previous legislation that had some loopholes in it. The expanded law, which took effect in November, allows officers to immediately tow any reckless driver's vehicle, regardless of whether they own the car or have previous unpaid fines. In less than 3 months under the new law, Milwaukee Police Department data shows that 47 vehicles have been towed. Under the previous law in effect for more than 2 years, only 13 vehicles were towed. Anytime we write a reckless driving ticket, we are required to tow, an officer said during a recent traffic stop. Now, this is some significance with this, Dame. The change means that drivers must pay a $923 reckless driving fine plus towing and storage fees to get their cars back. City records show some drivers have yet to reclaim their vehicles. The law's expansion was championed by Abby Strong Justman, whose husband, Aaron, was killed 3 years ago by a reckless driver while heading to the downtown church where he worked as a pastor. The crash left 2 children without a father. If you break the law, you've got to pay the penalty, Strong Justman said. Strong Justman took her advocacy to the state capitol in 2023, pushing for stiffer penalties for reckless drivers. I don't want other kids to have to go to bed at night wanting their dad to be there to tuck them in. She said, I wanted to be able to make a difference, even if it was for one family. State Representative Bob Donovan, a Greenfield Republican, led the effort to expand the original legislation after it proved ineffective. I thought it would be far more utilized, Donovan said, of the initial law. The original law allowed towing only for repeat offenders with unpaid fines who were caught driving their own vehicles. The expanded version removes those restrictions. Whenever officers see reckless drivers, I want them to go after them, Donovan said. Now, here's the thing. Recent cases under the new law included an uninsured 17-year-old with a previously clean driving record caught going 44 miles per hour over the speed limit, a drunk driver that was swerving through traffic in his girlfriend's car, and a driver with a suspended license caught speeding 62 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. You're doing well over freeway speeds on a city street. That is insane, an officer told one driver. All 3 first offense drivers offered excuses for their speeds, but left needing ride homes as their cars were towed. Now, what you have to remember, too, people, this part is very, very important because some of you may not think about this. So, Dame, with this reckless driving and towing the cars on your first offense, as soon as they stop you, bruh, you can be doing, if you're doing 20, 25 over and they stop you, they can tow your car for reckless driving.
So what's the, so again.
So you ain't done nothing wrong today, but you were doing 20.
You were speeding.
In a 25.
You're doing 40 in a 25 or 45 in a 25.
If they pull you over for that, they towing your car.
And that's the
$923 plus towing fees.
Again, let me give y'all a little history.
Okay.
The original iteration of this was 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
And from the 15th district, Russ and I were discussing this.
Okay.
And Norman, before he was chief, was over in District 3 or whatever district Norman was in before he was chief.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, nah, we don't want to do it because after deliberating on it and asking people about it and talking about it, we were like, nah, we don't want to do it. And this is why I still feel this way now is it gives the police too much leeway to determine whose car is going to be towed and who, because we know the police will pull you over and let you go sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it would be interesting to see where these 47 violations have taken place, the demographics of these 47, and if they are broken out along evenly across the city. Because I drive all across this city, and reckless driving takes place. It's not, and y'all need to realize this, it's not just on the north side. It's on the south side. Just like people be like, oh, our streets is bad, we got potholes. Well, that's because you don't go on the north side and you don't go on the south side and you don't see. They got potholes too.
Right.
You know, streets is bad and ugly everywhere.
Right.
And so, but the enforcing of it, I wanted to make sure that it was equal. And at the time, the MPD already had ACLU stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
They was already being forced to do stuff. And so it's like, okay, nah, we're not finna do this because we don't trust them to do right by this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe and Norman was the captain at the time, and Norman is a great dude. And but y'all still know how I feel. But Norman is a great guy. And so we just didn't trust it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just want to know. And then you have where last week we were talking about the parking stuff, and I told you that Bernadette Carranza had did the study on it, and it showed that it was going to adversely affect the poorer communities. Does this do the same thing? So you got to do something about reckless driving.
Right.
Obviously. There needs to be something done. But it also needs to be done in a manner that is automatic. And we had thrown out there, and I don't know if they did it, like if somebody's going over 20 miles per hour, it's automatic. You don't get to determine what it is.
Right.
But police officers always have that discretion when they pull somebody over. Just get out of here. And so the rule of law sometimes only applies strictly when it's us as opposed to other people. So I'll be interested. I don't know. It'll be interesting to know how those 47 tolls break out across the city.
Yeah. Truth Nation, we want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. You think it's a good thing? The toll-free number to call in, 833-212-1017. That is our Truth Talk text line. You can hit us up and give us your truth with this reckless driving policy, and of course the fact that 47 cars have been towed so far and all of them ain't been picked up. Black Conscious, great morning, love you, appreciate you. You hear us talking about the reckless driving, and 47 cars have already been towed on the first time basis. What's your truth?
12 on Capitol, 6 on Burleigh. You got 10 on Locust. You got 3 or 4 on Bynum over there on the south side. And I think you got 1 on Blue Mile. I don't know, but if you look at the numbers, it's probably like that.
I figured you were going there.
I thought you had some numbers for us.
I figured you was going there, but go ahead.
Peace and blessings to you all. This is a double-edged sword here. Because one, what's going to turn around is people will stop lending out cars just to anybody and everybody because of what's going to happen. Second, in 2026, brother, let's do something different and hear me out. Let's not guesstimate what the penalties and how they do it. Let's bring on a representative that can fully explain to us, educate us how this works. And they could be on air, live, on record, telling them how this law really works. And we can ask these questions to these representatives or whomever associated from the police department to come and explain to us.
Black Conscious. We actually had the chief on. We actually had the chief on. So we did do that. We did that.
Okay.
We had Chief Jeffrey Norman in. He sat in for the last half hour of our show on Friday. And it was absolutely about this reckless driving. So we did that. But thank you. I appreciate it. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. But, yeah, we did that. And we got a lot more stuff like that we're talking about, like even with having, like, Melody and some other people, you know what I mean, come in. And, like, as a matter of fact, this week, we've got community advocates that'll be in on Wednesday. You feel what I'm saying? So we're doing just that, and that is our purpose and reason for doing that. We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
On Saturday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers travel to Highland Heights to take on Horizon League Conference foe, the North Kentucky Norse.
In on Pangonis on a double team, lean or no. Franklin offensive rebound. Muscle up, no. Tip in, yes. Who is that? It's Stevie Elam. Tip at the top. Franklin the steal. Aaron goes back and lays it in. Aaron Franklin.
Scott Warris has the coverage starting at 3:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 4 o'clock.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at HAWS Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact HAWS of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of two of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates black excellence at the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we'll be honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in to Dr. Ken's Trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know, and Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 101.7 Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history, because Black history isn't just history. It's happening every day. 101.7 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're talking about the updates with the reckless driving, and so far 47 cars have been towed. First-time offense, it don't matter. It was first time, third time, they towing your car if you get pulled over for reckless driving. We've got Blake on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Blake. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth?
What it do, family? What up, Dame? What up, Homer?
What up, Blake?
Bless.
Man, healing up. But I'm doing better. This is forcing. They brought it on themselves, so now this is what we getting. I know Black Conscious, brilliant brother, but this is what they're doing. They pull you over, proof of registration, insurance, licensing. You got to have it. Now, they brought it on themselves. As far as driving reckless, everybody should be responsible. I know it's too much like right, but now they're forcing you to drive like you got your grandmama in the car with you. And you got to have your stuff together or they're going to take it. That's where your money go. And I think everybody, to get it there, everybody should go to the DuSable Museum in Chicago. It is an enlightening life experience. Y'all have a good day, man.
All right. Thank you very much. We do have that clip from is it TMJ4 for this story that we're talking about. So you can listen to them talk about it, and we'll be Black. We got producer Rhea Black in the saddle, and she's going to play that clip for us. Again, Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. All right. Dame.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a chance to listen when we had the chief talking about the different reckless driving policies.
Yeah, I was listening.
Okay.
I was talking about the chasing and all that stuff.
And some people were bringing up questions about what if it's somebody coming in. So, like, if it's Oak Creek or something, do we have jurisdiction on that?
Yeah, no.
Yep.
And listen, where's in this article, they got Donovan and they got the lady whose husband unfortunately was killed. But Lamont Westmoreland was very vocal and had gone up to the state capitol and stuff like that. So if anybody else is giving credit, he should be given some credit as well, because he really championed this issue and made it his issue. Whether I agree with it or not, I know that's what he did. And so the fact that he was left out of that is kind of telling to me. But anyway, I just think, again, it's just be interesting to know where these tolls have taken place. And I'm not saying they've all been on the north side. They may have been equally spread throughout the city of Milwaukee, because I know for a fact it's reckless driving going. You go down Oklahoma, they flying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In Oklahoma's like, you go down Forest Home, that's like Fond du Lac. They flying. You know what I'm saying? So I just know it happens. And you know, when we do stuff, it's the end of the world. But when they do stuff, it's, oh, he's just being a kid.
Yeah.
He's just playing.
All right. We got the clip now. So this is from today's TMJ4 about this story that we're talking about.
This car's coming with us today. Using the new policy. Yep. Excellent.
Now at 6, loopholes closed in state law now means every reckless driver caught in Milwaukee faces an immediate punishment.
And tonight, for the first time, we take you inside the squads as officers forced the first 3 first offense reckless drivers to hand over their keys and then watch as their cars were towed away.
Why do you think first offense reckless drivers should be towed?
They're just as guilty and they're just accountable as the defendant who has countless infractions against them. They're still breaking the law. They're still endangering lives.
Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan investigates the impact of a new state tow law and takes what he found to one of the biggest advocates supporting it, Abby Strong.
962 traffic. An uninsured 17-year-old who previously had a clean driving record. Caught going 44 over the limit.
I gotta get paid, bro. I'm not trying to think how much. Right, but you're doing well over freeway speeds on a city street. That is insane.
A drunk driver in his girlfriend's car, swerving around traffic.
Coming down the road, going through a bicycle lane in order to pass people on the right.
The driver with a suspended license busted for excessive speeds.
He came flying down Howard at 62 and a 30, and he barely cut in between a couple of cars, almost hitting them.
All three first offense reckless drivers offered excuses for their speeds, but left needing rides home.
Damn!
As their cars were towed away.
Anytime we write a reckless driving ticket, we are required to tow the car.
It's a punishment they wouldn't have faced prior to last November.
If you break the law, you've got to pay the penalty.
And a welcome change if you ask Abby Strong Justman.
Here goes Daddy Elijah with the wave.
Her husband Aaron was killed 3 years ago by a reckless driver.
He caused death through the crash.
While heading to a downtown church where he worked as a pastor.
This one I love because it's like he's looking down at us.
The crash left 2 kids without a dad.
How did your perspective on reckless driving change after Aaron's crash?
It became real. I don't want other kids to have to go to bed at night wanting their dad to be there to tuck them in at night.
Abby took her heartbreak to the state capitol in 2023, advocating for stiffer penalties.
Aaron motivated me.
Right, this is how it goes.
And Aaron's story led to a new law allowing cities to let police tow reckless drivers' vehicles, but initially only for repeat offenders with unpaid fines who were caught in their own vehicles. In the first 2 years of that law, Milwaukee police data showed officers only towed 11 vehicles.
You're gonna be towing your vehicle today. Okay, why is that?
We brought those results to Abby 2 years ago.
I can't say that this is the effective law that we were hoping and praying for.
I thought it would be far more utilized.
State Representative and Greenfield Republican Bob Donovan led the effort to expand the legislation and close those loopholes last year. Now officers are allowed to tow the vehicles of all reckless drivers.
Yeah, so that's what we are talking about. We do have a call on the Truth Talk text lines. We got Al, MKE. Great morning, Al. You hear us talking about the reckless driving. You heard the clip. What's your truth?
Well, my thing is, I don't really feel sorry for them. They should have did something a long time ago, and they shouldn't have took no white woman to getting her husband murdered by a reckless driver for them to do something. See, I didn't do something before because it was black people, and they feel black people should be taking losses. And let's be honest, when it comes to our people, they do way too much. And considering for my house being hit over 7 times and seeing how my mama car got totaled and don't nobody got no money, I can't be upset, but on the top of this, why I don't understand why nobody ain't upset at the parents of these reckless drivers. Why nobody ain't mad at these reckless drivers. I know y'all got that clip when the one boy said, still sipping lean, still baseline, and jumped up in that, it was some type of little Dodge, something that them 673s had, baseliner with no license after he left the court. I felt like they should have did worse. They should have smashed it when they took it. But look at where we at now.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the people who took losses. Think about the mothers and fathers who went to work. They didn't lay in the bed waiting on the welfare check, and they raised their kids. Think about them when y'all think about how these people getting their cars totaled, and that still ain't good enough because they still going to go out there and get another car that they ain't paid for and going to lose that. And that's why our taxes are so high right now in the inner city. So think about that, y'all. Have a good day.
All right, thank you very much, Al. Again, True Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. Dane, what's your thoughts on that before we go to break?
Al said it.
Man.
And he couldn't, I couldn't agree with him more about the beginning part. It shouldn't have taken, my condolences to this woman and her family for losing this man, but we've been talking about reckless driving for 15 years.
Man, I'm telling you, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I've known people, and I've had people close to me that have lost people in car accidents and stuff like that. So it's been important. But again, I just want to make sure that this is being levied across the city equally. Now, they did it on Howard on this one, but I don't know if it was a white guy or a Latino guy. It sounded like it was a Latino guy, but they did it on Howard on this one. But of course, they know they got the news with them, so they're going to do it in the equal balance. But I just want to make sure that it's being done all of the time like that.
All right, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. We're talking about reckless driving and getting your vehicle towed at the first stop. And also, you're going to have to pay $923 plus some other fees. We'll be back on Truth in the Morning after this.
Many wins. Many wins. Waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, you could break the bank and get down with a share of $300,000 in prizes. Bust out your rewards card and play to earn entries. It all goes down with Thursday drawings. Break the bank. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the second annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the second annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
Still some slow spots on the system, but overall things are improving. We are seeing that crash on 94 northbound just beyond Howard Avenue pretty much clear up. Just the right shoulder blocked now due to that crash. And otherwise across the system, we are seeing some slowdowns if you are traveling on 894 northbound, Hale to the Zoo. Also 43 southbound is going to be a little bit slow traveling Brown Deer Road to downtown. Your storm team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 35 degrees. Tonight, a slight chance of some freezing drizzle to the north, mostly cloudy, a low of 30. Tuesday, partly cloudy and mild, high 38. And on Wednesday, mostly sunny and a high of 32 degrees. WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Don't wait. Go to 1017truthawards.com to buy your tickets today. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards hosted by the legendary Home of Blow. That's me. Along with my girl, Bailey Coleman, from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year. Get your tickets now. You don't want to have to hear us saying, oh, we only got X amount of tickets left. So go to our Eventbrite, go to 1017truthawards.com, and you can get all the information. All right, we're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines. Terry, thank you for holding on during our break. You hear the conversation about the reckless driving and first offenses. What's your truth?
Hey, good morning, Homer. Good morning to your co-host.
Yes, Dame.
I am very passionate about all of the measures that was took in regards to attacking reckless driving, because we have lost so many lives in this city and probably throughout the state. You know, these families are still dealing with this here. This is something that you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. A loved one being took away. There's been children that have been killed in reckless driving. You know, it's just disgusting. So I'm glad to see that this law has been passed. I'm extremely passionate about it. And I'll suggest that, who's ever listened to this here, if this discussion needs to be took in households in regards to the young people in the family and probably some old people also, Mm-hmm. So I'm glad this happened. I hope it's going to be very effective. It's good to see these reckless drivers, cars get towed off the road, because this is a measure that has took it to the next extreme. I want to give a shout out to Alderman Lamont Westmoreland for all of his efforts in regards to being passionate to make sure that this here law got passed. So shout out to him and everybody else involved in regards to making a change on our streets. Thank you.
Hey, hang on, Terry, question.
Yes.
Do you think, as Dame Ellzey brought up, do you think that this reckless driving and first offense, towing the car right away, do you think that it will affect more black people? Or do you think it'll be fair across the board of who may be pulled over?
That's a good question. Hopefully it's going to be effective with everybody. And if these police out here are giving passes to other ethnic groups, hopefully somebody is accountable for that. Mm-hmm. But I live in the city of Milwaukee. I'm a black man, and I'll say that regardless if you're black or whatever ethnic group you are, you need to stop the reckless driving. There's lives being took, man. It hasn't happened to my family.
I agree.
And after that's happened, man, I know these people are angry. What can you do about it? You know what I'm saying? But grieve. You're still living with this here every day. You know what I'm saying? And
okay,
it comes up. It just opens up wounds again.
Yep. Thank you, Terry. We appreciate your call. It's a good thing for a YouTube poll as well. Producer Rhea Riley, do you think that this reckless driving, first offense tow will affect more black people? Will it be even? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how will we...
The distribution of it.
Yeah, well, do you think it will affect more...
The enforcement distribution.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, because I'm saying like I'm going where you at. You're saying like you think it would be disproportionately done. So do you think more black people will end up,
the thing that we have
dealing with this, or do you think it'll be even, fairly balanced?
And I'm hopeful that it will be even. Whether it's even or not is something. And me and Homer were just talking about this. I want y'all to understand. I am completely against reckless driving. I think that something needed to be done. I'm not mad at this being done. I just want to make sure the only reason that it wasn't done so many years ago was because we didn't know, what the police department would do when they have this power. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And at that time, it was different. It was a different landscape at that time. Mm-hmm. Now you got the ACLU on them, and they have to, anytime they pull over a car, they got to explain why they pulled them over, make sure that it wasn't racially biased, and they got it. So it's all these reportings that they have to make. So because of that, maybe this will happen now across the board, and the whole city will be affected by it. Also, what I want to say is, as parents, y'all, if you have a teenage driver, you better tell them now. Because our teenage drivers, whether they white, black, Latino, whatever it is, because they're young, they get out here and they think they can go baseline and do all of this stuff. And I did it too when I was young. You better tell them now, or else you're going to be paying $1,000 to get that car out.
$923. That's just one fee. That's just one. That ain't the towing and the
That's
storage
what I'm saying.
fees.
You're going to be paying $1,000-something to get this car out.
And then let's add if it does have unpaid tickets.
And who got? Listen, brother. if you and I've said my. I got on my soapbox and I said what I felt about it and how, if it's disproportionately attached to the black community, how it affects. Okay, we know that. It's for the record. I've said that. Mm-hmm. But there's no reason for anyone to be going 25 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Absolutely not.
There's no reason for you. There's no way you can explain that. There's no way you can say, "Oh, I needed to be there." Then get on the expressway. There's no way you can, because I have had people, our constituents have when I was in the 15th district, have lost mothers. Mm-hmm. I've had nieces lose their best friends to reckless driving 3 blocks away from each other. One was on 34th, one was on 37th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so going 70 miles per hour down a residential street. And you go and then you look at the aftermath of it and you see the tire marks and all of this. They was flying for the whole block. Tried to stop half a block away, but because you're going so fast, you can't stop.
Yep.
And now somebody's life is gone. But I say all of that to say, we have to educate now any driver that we know in our household, because I don't want the mother who is tired from work, and these are extreme situations, but it happens. Tired from work, throw the keys to the 17-year-old, go pick up your brother from here.
Or go get my medicine.
Or go get my medicine, or go do this, or go do that. Because when they get their license, that's what you're thinking. Nah, I ain't got to do all the driving. You may want to do all the driving still.
Yeah, because if you know, and so to all lead footers out there, understand, this will affect you. This will affect you, and as it should. As it should. Our poll is up on the YouTube page. Please participate. Let us know what you think. Do you think this reckless driving first offense crackdown will affect black people more than others? Yes, no, or do you believe it will be even? That's one of your other choices. So you got 3 choices: yes, no, or you think it's going to be evenly spread out.
Have you ever been in the car with somebody and you have to hold on for dear life?
Hell yeah.
And you get out the car and you're like, I'm never riding with you again because you've risked my life.
Jackie Houghton. I have Jackie Houghton. And guess what? Her mother is a very seasoned citizen, and I found out where Jackie Houghton got it from. Her seasoned citizen mother, who's in her mid-80s, and talking about the term driving like a bat out of hell, I finally saw where Jackie Houghton, Blow Mafia, I found out where the hell she got it from.
She got it from her mama.
She got it from her mama. And listen, man, I remember we were headed over to Blow Radio. We were headed over to Papados in Illinois, right? And so we was like, okay, we ain't gonna take all these vehicles, you know. It's like 4 or 5 of us. We can do this. And man, listen, it normally takes anywhere from about an hour and a half. You get what I'm saying? About at least an hour and a half. Man, why did Jackie Houghton get us there in 45 minutes?
Flying.
Flying. I'm like, and then even Benny Benefits, he was on the passenger side in the rear seat, and he had to hold on to
White knuckles,
the little handle.
down there.
Yeah, man, because we were terrified, and I'm in the front seat. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm front seat because I wasn't on my weight loss journey then like that, so I needed the front seat.
Yeah.
You're going to give me the front seat. And if you got long legs and you sitting in the rear seat, you might want to move to the other side. But, yeah, she had us terrified, man. We thought we were on one of the roller coasters at Six Flags and never hit nothing.
Right. So if you know people that drive like this, you better tell them.
Yeah, Jackie Houghton.
Because them people that got pulled over was unaware.
Yeah.
There's no need for you to be going over 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. 5, 6, maybe.
Yeah.
20?
Yeah, you out of there.
No excuse.
Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth FM. We got to take care of some bills. We'll come back to check the polls. And the line's 833-212-1017. We'll be black.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and yours truly, Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruth.awards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of 2 of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome black. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Shout out to Bailey Coleman. I know she's
girl
Bailey. Absolutely. Dame, as we're talking about the reckless driving, I want to check on our poll. Do you think this reckless driving first offense crackdown will affect black people more than others? Yes, no, or do you believe it will be even? Those are your choices. Producer Rhea Riley, what do we have?
Okay, so we have 69% for yes, 15% for no, and then 15% for it will be even.
Okay.
Yeah, I say as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
They think it'll be even,
Okay.
Maybe.
Hey.
But listen, regardless,
something had to be done.
Yeah,
and that's the whole thing.
That's why I made that. I said what I had to say as an advocate for the black community and an advocate for the people of the areas that I've worked in. Metcalf Park, Lindsay Heights, Washington Park. Advocate for these people, right? But then again, now you just don't do it.
Hello?
Okay, the police are not gonna do this evenly. You know they're gonna be in our neighborhoods already. They're never gonna show you no love anyway. So now you really just don't have to do it. Now we can argue again about whether it's being enforced across the board. Cool, but still, just don't do it. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be okay, right?
Right.
Now, if they start saying, "Oh, you were going 15, and I clocked you at 20 miles per hour," now that can happen.
Right.
Then you go to court. You show me your speed gun. Show me all of that. You know that shows. Fine, do all of that. But if you're going 30 miles per hour over the speed limit, and it's not even close, you know you was going. Come on, fam.
Yeah, that part. Oh, and by the way, I don't know, does Venus Jones have a lead foot? I'm not sure, but she was our qualifier for the
might
Gruber,
be a heavier leg.
our Gruber 5K giveaway. So if she ends up when the drawing happens, if she ends up, you can be there, but you may have to give some of that to the city of Milwaukee.
If she got a heavy foot.
If she got a heavy foot.
But you know that 5,000 will weigh down your leg.
That's right. That's right.
I just won this award from the truth, and that's why I'm driving so fast.
Yeah, and
you're gonna spend
some
most
people.
of it
Some people will actually admit that they're speeders.
I know a lot of people like that. Listen,
I'm not a speeder.
Listen, my lady friend, she just got a new truck, and so the miles per gallon, the on there was low. So I'm like, it could be a number of things, or it could be that you're driving too hard and your car isn't able to get all of the miles out of per gallon. When Sunday, she decided she was going to drive like I drive. You know what I'm saying? Drive easy and take your time, and don't, you ain't always pressing on the gas, doing stuff. And her miles, because it shows on the screen, it went up.
Wow.
It went up. So a lot of people don't even know that's how they're driving until you express it to them and you say something to them about it. Yeah. Because I've heard her talk about, I ain't never riding with her again because she drive crazy. And I'm looking at her like, you drive crazy. What is you talking about? You drive like a nut. What is you talking about? You done tore up the Volvo on a little speed hump. Come on now.
Right.
You had to get a whole new oil pan.
Yeah.
Hit that speed bump too fast.
Yep.
Listening to Keisha Cole or something.
And where we're talking about be careful who you giving your keys to, then we got to look at the stolen cars. And those people don't give a damn. They tear your car up. Most of the times when I see the damage that people's cars are going through, and they don't care because it ain't their vehicle. So, and that's where it's like, I don't know, what is the extra part for that? Can they not only tow the car, but find out it's stolen and try to charge you for a stolen car?
There has to be some type of limitations if you've reported this car stolen, or you can hopefully. So that's another thing. Y'all better, if somebody steal your car, report it stolen right away. Because they crash it up.
Yeah,
then after the fact, you're like, oh, my car was stolen. Yeah, well, you didn't report it. So
that's
you
right.
Have to pay all this stuff.
That's right.
To get your car back. Yeah, I assume there are some stipulations that allow for, if it's stolen, for you to just go pick your stuff up. Once the police pick you, pull you over, they should be able to find out that the car is stolen. They should be checking it for that anyway.
Yeah, remember we were checking before on that, I believe it was me and you, or it may have been me and Bailey, with what happens if with the when they instituted the other policy, like what if it's somebody else that had stolen the car, do you still got to pay because they impounded and all of that? It was like, no, if you own the car, you know what I mean? But now if you let June use the car, you're going to have to take that, you're going to have to go and pay them fees.
You better,
because your car wasn't stolen.
You have to say it was stolen or something, because the little man took your car and just took it for a joyride. Now you paying $1,500 to get it out.
At least
you paying
bare minimum
$923, and then it's another. What is the tow? $150 or something like that, and so that's up to 11.
And then how long you got it in storage? Because again, keep in mind, out of the 47 cars that they've towed so far,
nobody's gonna.
Some of them are still in.
Because you have to think, nobody got 1,000. A lot of us don't have.
Just to say, I'm going to get my car.
$1,000 just laying around, unaccounted for.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, in our community, because of the way that Milwaukee is set up and the demographics of Milwaukee and the economics of Milwaukee, we all know this. We talk about it all the time.
Correct.
So there's not a large percentage of us that have a couple of thousand just laying around to go get their car out. And so now they like, and then in some cases they like, I only paid $4,000 for that car. I'm not finna go pay a quarter of what it's worth to get that. I'll just take that $1,500, that $1,100 that I'm finna pay that, and go put that on another car and get that one. Now if they add in there, we done took your car, you didn't come get it. Now you got a lien and you can't go get another car until you pay this other stuff. Now that'll be something.
Yep. Blake on the talk text line said, Dame, how funny was it watching Homer lose his cool last week? We're talking about the Orange Man and putting up President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And then do you know that there are people that really try to say, well, you had to watch the whole video. The part of the video... Huh?
There's no reason for that video to be posted.
The part of the video was, why did you make the president, why did you make them animals, monkeys, apes? You get what I'm saying? So don't tell us about it wasn't, y'all took it. It's so many people, man, that I just want to remove from my life.
Man, listen.
It's so many people I want to remove from my life,
Just like with this reckless driving thing, and I said my piece about it, and I said how it's going to adversely affect the black community. But at the end of the day, don't drive 25 miles per hour over the speed limit.
That part.
And you'll be, and hopefully
you'll be okay.
You won't get pulled over by a crooked cop that's saying you was driving 20 miles per hour and you was only driving 10, and now they're going to tow you, and now it's your word against them. Hopefully that doesn't happen. The same thing for Barack and them. They are coming out saying this was X, Y, and Z, and anybody that's arguing for that, get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's arguing against towing these cars, get them out of here, because it's got to happen.
Right.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying it's got to happen. We got to do it. Right.
Absolutely.
Anybody that's arguing against the fact that Trump put Barack and Michelle's face on gorillas.
Talking about y'all didn't watch the whole little minute clip.
Get them out of here. Get them out, because they not. The
point was made.
There are no gorillas or monkeys in the
Lion King. That part.
Get them out of here.
Rhea, what's your thought on the reckless driving? Do you reckless drive? Okay, no comment. Just say no comment.
I plead the fifth or whatever they say.
You aren't one of them drivers, are you, Rhea?
She said she pleaded the fifth.
Honestly, the way my car's been stolen, I gotta live my life to the fullest.
YOLO. I gotta get the best out of her car.
Listen, Dane, what you got, man?
I got, it was a great week, and a lot of things happened. Let's have a great week.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Running Rebels. You know, I always like to represent my 300 strong. Yep, hashtag that part. Again, up next, the award-winning 1017, the Truth's very own Sherwin Hughes with Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Holla black.
Peace.
Check it out one time.